An EU operation to stem the flow of migrants from Libya may be thwarted by a potential breach of human rights law. The EU naval campaign called Operation Sophia was set up last year aiming to arrest traffickers and save refugees in Libyan waters. However, sending asylum seekers from the North African waters back to the war-torn country could be a violation of the 2012 European Convention of Human Rights. According to the ruling, the ship's commanders were to take those found in the Mediterranean Sea to Italy. Well, for more on this is Jamie Kerr, who is a partner at Thornton Solicitors and specialist in immigration law. Jamie, evening to you. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. So this could be a violation of human rights law. What do you think?
I think, Bill, it's perfectly clear the European Court of Human Rights in Strasbourg, in a decision from 2012 against Italy, made it very clear that rescuing migrants or taking migrants onto boats and then returning them back to Libya is clearly unlawful. It's a really important judgment. It was a unanimous decision from 17 judges. So I think Operation Sophia and that aspect of returning rescued migrants back to North Africa is clearly unlawful.
So what will happen now then, if that is the case? Will these operations actually stop? Will there be a hearing as such and a hearing made on it?
I think the operation won't stop in itself. I think anyone rescued from the sea, any migrants brought onto European naval vessels will need to be brought, or do need to be brought, that's very clear in international law, do need to be brought to Europe.
But there is a very good reason for this, isn't there? Because if there was no deterrent to make this dangerous journey, then won't it encourage more to seek asylum in Europe, which of course is already under immense pressure?
Well, yeah, so Operation Sophia has been set up to disrupt smuggling networks, but European human rights law is very, very clear that anyone rescued has to be brought to Europe. So on one view, and particularly from the smugglers' view, more European vessels there collecting boats or collecting people from boats will benefit the smugglers, because it's an easier sell that they have to the migrants who are concerned about the safety of the passage. They know that if they are picked up by European vessels, whether they be Italian or British or Maltese, then there is a duty on those vessels to bring them to Europe, where they can then have their claims for international protection processed.
But of course we've seen, if they end up in the hands of smugglers, we've seen people are prepared to risk their lives. We know about the safety of these smugglers' boats, and not just last week, up to 500 drowned while making the journey.
Yeah, I think it's a dreadful situation for the migrants, but I think the concern really is that Operation Sophia, as it's currently operating, attempting to take people back to North Africa, isn't working and is not helping the migrants, and indeed it's potentially making it worse by making it easier for these smugglers to promise to get people to Europe. Any European vessel that comes across migrants and brings them on board.
All right, just as quickly, your thoughts about the UK's campaign in this and its efforts, its initiative, is to actually help those refugees, take those refugees from conflict zones, which of course means that they wouldn't be prepared to take that journey across the Mediterranean, and relocate them, of course, and give them asylum. Do you think that's a good idea, to take them from source?
I think we have to take the most vulnerable, and I think we have to process the cases properly and lawfully. What I don't think taking them from source can be an alternative to is rescuing people from the international waters or the territorial waters in the Mediterranean, or helping those who are already here in Europe, whether they be in Greece or Italy or elsewhere.
Jamie, good to talk to you. Thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Jamie
Kerr, live on RTE. Thank you.